Well, hello there, humans, hippies, earthlings, whoever you are, whatever you're doing, and whoever you're lucky enough to be doing it too. It's been a long while since we saw this old lady, the E50m, one of my very, very favourite tanks in all the world, and it's in the Dress Blues. The Dress Blues are an old camo that Wargaming put out. I believe it was Euro Cup or whatever it is, the soccer kick game. I'm just kidding. I know about football, guys. Don't get all rolled up. And I basically got it on all the tanks that I consider keepers on my regular account. Now, I haven't played the regular account much at all of late. I've been pumping out reviews for this new American line, but with the T54E1 review that came out a couple of days ago, I'm giving that a bit of a rest, and I'm just going to get some videos out that are just fun gameplay and tactical. Now, you're going to see in this video the use of binoculars. I don't realise I've got binoculars, and we'll get to that in just a second. I'm running with Pimp Daddy. He's in the IS4. I'm in the 50M. And there are 7 red tanks up there on the corner, not the least of which is the 183mm FV215B 183 that I don't really want to tangle with and get spotted with down on the right-hand side. And while there's a target-rich environment, I'm just going to chill out back here and basically take advantage of what is amazing gun handling on the part of the E50M. It's along with the Leopard 1, you're looking at the gold standard in terms of gun accuracy and really just doing the business at tier 10. Look at this. This thing could snipe a gnat off a 183's butt at 300 meters, and you can see that happening here. I'm going for tracks, despite the fact that he is 250 odd meters away and getting them all the time, using the APCR with the lovely pen and just getting it done. It's a bit of a worry because the E50 at tier 9 doesn't have anywhere near the penetration values of the 50M. And it's a surprise. I don't really know why that is, but that's the case, whatever that may be. It's a bit of a red herring. We're moving on. The rest of the team, though, is getting a little bit antsy up there on the top edge. All we've got to do is keep these guys spotted up. We've got plenty of time left, and we can absolutely take this one out. Now, you might note that I'm starting doing videos now in 1080p, 60 frames per second. That's because basically the new MacBook Pro that I've got has allowed me to record hardwired straight from my iPad Air Pro Mini, whatever it is. iPad Pro Mini. Is that it? iPad Pro Mini? Yep. That's it. And that allows me to get the footage a lot easier and actually get quality footage. The frame rate, everything, it looks really lovely, and I'm very, very impressed with it. I tried playing on the MacBook Pro as my client, and I did it yesterday and went at it for about 2 hours to try and learn how to play. And wow, I was terrible. And it gave me a whole new dose of respect for everyone out there who's just starting the game off and learning how to play. I would get in situations where I never panic on the iPad, and I was panicking like a boss and getting absolutely wrecked by all and sundry. Could not pull off anything, and I've since decided that just for the ease of mind, I'm going to go back to the iPad Pro. Now, this is about the area where I realise I'm actually running binoculars on this tank, and I don't run it on the contributor account with binoculars. And I say, wow, I'm in a fantastic position because I've got a whole heap of view range and I can see these guys if they push up on me. So I'm just going to sit here and take shots. Now, you might sometimes think that's a little bit lazy, or it's, if I hear one person say that's being a coward, I'm going to ban them from the comment section. No, I'm just joking. But basically, you'll get a lot of people in game who'll die really early here and then say you're a coward and you're doing the wrong thing. I've got a fantastic gun. I've got distance between me and them. I can't possibly save these guys up the top. So I'm just going to do my level best to make sure that I get these guys and wreck them. And Pimp's saying exactly the same thing there. All they had to do was wait, because we would have been able to just grind them down from two sides. But these guys couldn't wait, and as such, they got destroyed. And Pimp got hammered along with them. You can see this guy in the 68-2A is pushed up, which I think is... this other guy's telling me to move, and that's just terrible, terrible, terrible ideas. There's 4 tanks up there, all of which can absolutely wreck me in one salvo. I mean, they can really... Yeah, there we go. The 62A is having another go at me. Dylan 007. Dylan 1007. I shouldn't even bother talking. You charged 4 tanks. We're going to have this conversation. And look, I just smashed that A100. Absolutely nailed him. And then I'm going to sit back here. I am going to reset my camo. I'm going to take 9 seconds out, reset my camo, pull back, and get my binoculars working again and look for another tank. And lo and behold, there's an E75. I'm going to reset back here, unspotted, not a problem. I'll just wait a second, make sure the camo is reset completely, just in case it wasn't reset in the first place, and then I'm going to set up and try and use my binoculars for more shots. This is really simple, guys. I've got binoculars. I've got much, much higher view range than these guys. And plus, now I have perks kicking in that are giving me an extra 5% of view range because I'm the last tank left on my team. Get the E75, and we're going to roll up, trying to make sure we're behind this bush and the 75's carcass. We're going to reset our camo again. This is methodical work, guys. Methodical. And all you've got to do is just take your time, use your camo, use the gun that God gave you because it is amazing. And now we've got a hit point advantage. We are pushing up, looking for this guy while he still thinks I'm going to reload. So I don't have to go hunting down and finding him. And we get a 4-tank Kolobanov, even though we didn't really do much. And Pimpo said to me afterwards, good kill stealing, and he was absolutely spot on. Don't listen to the haters, team. Sometimes you just need to do the business and you will go along Jim Dandy. The next tank up is another fantastic little tank that I have had a long-term love affair, and when I want to get in and drive fun tanks, you're going to note that I tend to go with tanks that have really, really good guns. I'm a huge fan of the L7A1, which the Centurion 7 Mark I, the Hesh monster, has on it. For those of you that don't know about this L7A1, it's the top gun on this and the Leopard PTA. It's also got Hesh on the 7-1, which is high explosive squash head. Now, the way that high explosive squash head works is it's a high penetration HE shell. So this has a 210mm penetration HE shell. Just to let you know how cool that is, the average AP penetration on the new T54E1 is 210mm. So you get to pen a shell the same as the AP shell of the T54E1, but your pen goes for 440 average damage. Now, I was wondering what spotted me, and that was that T54 Mod 1, the new premium tank. Load the Hesh, and this is why I love this tank. Happy days. That was a hit for just over 400, and that's a low roll for Hesh. Hesh will roll 440 on average, so you can roll 500 on a medium tank at tier 9, even with standard DPM. I mean, that's just lovely. I can't get enough of it. So I'm on the left-hand side here as we look out from spawn, just trolling for targets, basically. The Cent 7-1 has a really good turret, but you might note in both these videos, I'm not really exposing myself to fire from the enemy at all. And it's not that I'm not putting damage in. Both videos I'm putting damage in. But I'm driving tanks that have fantastic gun handling and fantastic guns and can absolutely smash people at range. So don't drive them in front of tanks that want to brawl you and just trade hit points, and you'll do really, really well. Now, the rest of the team has collapsed in the first map, and they're going to do much the same here. And I can see that this T32 down the back is going to be in real strife. Now, he's left himself isolated at the back, and there's no one else to blame but himself. And I've seen it coming, so I've started moving towards him. And this is where the Cent's very, very poor in terms of its get up and go. If you saw the recent T54E1 video, you'd know that the Cent came last in the mobility tests out of the tier 9 mediums that we ran. So here we go. Just turn around here and pump this 54 and then move on. I'm looking for the KV4 who was there with him as well. So we've done our flanking, we put some shots in, and now we're back here trying to push into the back of the team and support the guys who are there at the back. Now, it's very important to know when to move and when not to move. And again, we're going to do the Hesh thing here. There's a Conqueror, very easy to pen in the date. 422, Low roll again, but you're still doing, like 350 is the average alpha for a lot of these tier 9 mediums who have big guns. Getting 400 plus on a roll is absolutely key. Now you can see this KV4, he's running the stock turret, but he's actually got the top tier Zis, which is something that people do when they want to try and minimize the turret's weak points. And that's exactly what he's done here, but it's not going to save him in this situation, unfortunately. The reason being that the KV4 is an absolute piece of cake to get your tank around, even with a tank that's as slow as a Cent 7-1, and it is a slow medium tank, you won't have any problems. And its big plus is the armor, and the 7-1 eats good armor for breakfast. It really does have lovely penetration values and is just a hell of a tank. So it's now me on 3. We're a chance of a Kolobanov here, and what's more is there's some very, very juicy targets. The Borsig is someone that we get very excited about because he has next to no armor and we've got a whole lot of hesh. So we're looking for the Borsig, and I just overreach here a touch. I know they're going to probably come down this section of the world. There's the Conk, no problem. He's a one-shot. There's a Borsig and an E75 left. The E75 doesn't have a lot left in the tank. We're going for the Borsig, and we absolutely screw that shot up. Now, discretion is definitely the better part of Valor here. To go around there and just trade hit points, we could do it, but the 75 will get a shot at us. He can put, a 500 hit point round into us if he gets a nice roll. The Borsig can do 640, and then suddenly we have to start deciding between which tank we're going to hit next. And if we get a bounce, it can be all over. So we're going to take all the time we can on the clock here. It's very, very easy. We're pushing up towards the back end, hoping to find that Borsig. But if we don't, that's fine. We're going to keep rolling around. We're going to hull down positions the whole way around here. We're going to switch back to APCR if we see the front of that E75. Otherwise, he's on such a low roll. I'm just going to use the big alpha of the Hesh and splash damage him just to make sure we get the job done. As long as we don't hit a module, we will be apples. Pushing along here, making sure he's not on my right as we go over this hill. This is all very, very methodical in both games. It just goes to show, guys, the more you think things through and the safer you play your tank, the more hit points you have at the end of the day and the easier it is to do things like that. And there you go. And now I'm happy to push up on the Borsig because I have him on DPM. I've got adrenaline, and it doesn't matter what he does here. He is in big strife. And there you go, 404 from that Hesh roll. And here we go, 404 again. And I can't resist asking the T32 if I'm still a noob, because he told me I was. Anyway, there's the mastery. 4,793. We've got a high caliber, top gun, 6 kills. Didn't even realise I was on 6 kills there. What a great little game. And just in case you've been wondering what's been going on of late, I've been working on recording higher definition video footage, and the patrons have been giving me a hand with that. All the boys have been jumping into the training rooms for me, and I just want to thank them for the tremendous efforts they've made to actually improve the channel. I just can't play on a Mac. For all the fact that I can get it to look amazing and we can do a whole lot of stuff in free camera mode, it is tremendously, tremendously annoying to not actually be able to play the game very well. And I think we're better off getting better content than just shiny new bells and whistles. I'm Bushka on Blitz. As always, you guys are lovely. I'm going to leave you with AK smashing the ramp in the Dracula. Look after your family, stay safe on the battlefield, and there's going to be a whole lot of stuff coming, not the least of which will be the podcast, which have also been sidelined a touch due to Mac noobness. Until next time, bye for now.